If you must know, tried to do the plaiting my hair before bed thing. I honestly don't know how this has happened. I've plaited my hair before bed before, and this has never happened. Look at it! I've done it. Somebody help me. I just wanted to look pretty. How has this happened? I don't know what to do. How am I supposed to make a video? Guess what's back? My teenage diary! I brought it home with me because my mum gave me a box of my old diaries anyway, and this was just in there. And she was like, here, have these, take these back with you. And so I brought it back with me, and when I was editing my video from a few days ago about reading my teenage diary, I was so annoyed that there were no answers to the Joe and Horace scenario, and I was like, maybe there are some answers. Maybe in my excitement I just wasn't reading correctly, I skipped over a chapter or two, and I just somehow missed the entry about my birthday party. This was far-fetched. This was a far-fetched hope and scenario. My hair. But I decided to give it one last chance. So I went into the box, I reached out my teenage diary, and I searched through it properly. And you know what I found? An entry about my party! This is so exciting. It is in here. There are answers. No more what ifs, no more wonderings, no more confusions or uncertainties. The answers lie in here, and I am going to read them to you. If you're this far into the video and you're still confused as to what is going on, I made a video a few days ago of me reading my teenage diary, and there were many unanswered questions, one including an intricate plot scenario in which I tricked a boy into asking me to my own party, and then a few pages later appeared not to care about him at all. But that was just me, apparently, skipping over a diary entry which wasn't actually labelled my birthday party, which is why I skipped over it. I'm not sure how much I've written about it, because as soon as I noticed any mention of my party, I stopped reading. I could get a genuine reaction for this video. Anyway, this has been a rambly introduction. I honestly can't get over how stupid my hair looks, but never mind. It can be part of the amusement of this video. I know I'm going to look back on this in years to come and be like, what the hell, Rosie? What was I doing? Who knows? Honestly, who knows? This is it. Are you ready for the answers to all of our deepest questions that we don't actually really care about, but I'm just hyping up for the sake of this video? Saturday night was my party. Alyssa and Joe got here at 5:30 p.m. and gave me their presents. Joe was so sweet. He got me this gorgeous necklace, and I kind of wished that I fancied him again. Oh my god, this is awful. But that thought immediately left my head when Alyssa discovered my new phone screen. Oh gosh, did I have Horace as my phone screen? Ugh. Alyssa had got me this really nice book and stuck pictures of us in it and written stuff around the outside, decorating it with stickers. It was wicked. Oh, I remember this. I remember this birthday present. It was so cute. It was like a little scrapbook of pictures of the two of us and like decorations and stickers and funny little phrases that we used to say. That's sweet. I probably still have it in my box over there. Maybe that can be another video. Oh my goodness, how exciting. Once everybody else had been at the party for about an hour, we started with Truth or Dare. Oh, this sounds worrying. Stupidly, I picked Truth and got asked who I fancied. This couldn't be any more dramatic. This is literally like a teen/kid drama. I didn't know what to say, so I said, well, he's not in our year. And then somebody guessed, and they were right. I was surprised. I didn't know I was that obvious. You were very clearly the most obvious person in the entire world. How could you not have known that? I suppose it's because you were obvious, because you're naive and innocent. This is cringy, cringy. But now that about 15 people know, I've decided to tell Horace the truth on Thursday when the cast see We Will Rock You together. This was the moment. This was the moment I decided to tell Horace I liked him. Mandy seems to be strongly against this idea and says it's going to ruin everything, but I'll do it anyway, even though it's the most terrifying prospect of my life. So, ha! I honestly have run out of reactions to this. I can't even is basically my reaction to this. By the end of the party, due to Daz, me, Mandy and Alyssa seemed to have kissed every boy in the cheek, and I was highly embarrassed, but thought of Horace the whole time. Why am I reading this on the internet? I don't remember this party at all. Literally at all. It was only 7 years ago, and the memory literally has been taken out of my head and put somewhere else. Don't know whether I suppressed it because it was so traumatizing or what, but I honestly cannot believe this is me. And that's the end of the description about the party. I then go on to talk about Mother's Day, boring, and there's nothing else to it. That's really sad. Oh my goodness, guys. So none of the questions were actually answered. How selfish that I only seemed to briefly mention once that I felt a little bit bad for Joe, and after that he has no mention in the rest of the diary entry. What was my life? Why was I so selfish? I don't even know. Like, I don't think I was doing it on purpose. I was probably just naive and innocent and clueless and 13. Can my excuse just be that I was 13? Oh my lord, guys, I think I might have just found the answers to the Horace situation as well. What I forgot is that despite the fact that I didn't actually tell Horace the next day that I liked him, I did tell him much later on a school trip. And probably what happened is I got swept away in all the excitement of the school trip, because I didn't write about any of this until a week later when I hurriedly sat down and wrote like short little excerpts of every day. Although I don't think they really count as excerpts of the day, because all I wrote about was the situation between Horace and I and how it was progressing. So if you want a flash fiction on the situation between Horace and I, here it is. Wednesday the 1st of April. Horace finds out that I like him, and he tells Mandy that he will talk to me tomorrow. Thursday the 2nd of April. I have to pretend that I don't know that Horace knows that I like him. This is so teenagery. Why didn't I just stand up and say, look, Horace, I like you, okay? I think you're insert whatever I liked about him here, and I would like to hold your hand. Honestly, why didn't I just do that? That would have been so much easier rather than pretending I didn't know that he is pretending that he doesn't know that I like him. It's all very confusing. Then Mandy talked to him and said he was going to ask me out at the disco on Friday. How exciting. Me, Mandy, Horace and Adam went to town and made a huge fuss over me and Horace, forcing him to cooperate and stand next to me. Why are teenage girls like this? Why can't we just be discreet? Why does everything always have to be such a show? Honestly. We got back to the hotel and me and Mandy talked in our room until Horace and Adam knocked on our door. Mandy went outside to talk to them, and I put music on so they didn't think I was listening. Charlotte came in and said to Mandy, "Why doesn't he just ask her out now?" Thank you, Charlotte. You are the voice of reason in this story. Clearly, she can see how ridiculous me and Mandy are being by, like, being weird and mysterious and also very obvious, but not actually broaching the subject. Thank you, Charlotte, for being the only mature one out of the three of us. 10 seconds later, I'm alone in the corridor with Horace, who asks me out. I say yes and hug him. Oh, this is so romantic. Well done me. I'm happy that after all that, I finally managed to be asked out by Horace, even though I'm pretty sure he was cajoled into it by Mandy and Adam, probably. Heh. I'm not going to read the next bit out because it's a very long description of the disco that we then went to at the end of the skiing trip. And it just includes a bunch of soppiness that I'm far too embarrassed to read out. But at the very end of the diary entry it says, "At the end of the night, Horace gave me 2 hugs goodnight." 2 hugs! Look at me go. I was such a player. Clearly. I mean, how could they resist me with this look? And that is where I'm going to end this video, because that's literally the end of the diary. It was the last page. I'm not going to show you because it's very soppy, but it ended there. I wonder if I could find the diary that directly precedes this one. Precedes? Is that the right word I'm looking for? You know, the one that directly follows this one. And we can delve more into the life of 13-year-old Rosie and what happened with Horace, and actually I'm getting carried away and I'm definitely not going to do this. I think it's time to lay this story to rest. I've already made 2 videos out of it. Nobody wants any more, Rosie. Put it back where it belongs, at the bottom of a box. So guys, that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed finding out all the answers as much as I did. I can't stop staring at my hair. I'm never going to live this down, am I? I've got to end this video before things get too out of control. But I've had a good day. I hope your day is as good as it can be, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye!